mango bread.
Yum, yum.
Looks like somebody failed in the baking department.
That was you.
No, I would never do that. Somehow the centers of those didn't quite get baked quite right. Some of it was the excess moisture from the peaches, the mango. Mango bread. Did I call it peach bread before?
Yes. Well, earlier you did.
I think I'm losing it.
Okay.
Our kitchen's a disaster. Hey, Jasmine.
Hi.
You're working in our disaster of a kitchen.
I'm making a bigger disaster.
You better clean it. All of it.
She's helping. Does she have to do the dishes with her stuff then?
No, it's still your dish day.
Ha, nice shot.
Oh, it is cold outside. And I'm not even kidding. Not just a little, like, freezing cold. When I checked this morning, the feels like, which may have been the wind chill, I don't even know at that point, but there's so much humidity in the air that it, even though it was 0, said the feels like temperature was -20. It's not supposed to get much better today. In fact, I was told by Sean earlier that tonight the wind is supposed to pick up enough. They were talking wind chill of -50. I don't like the cold. Sometimes I wonder what in the world we were thinking staying in this state. But then there's nice temperatures the rest of the time, and then we remember, oh yeah, because it's beautiful and there's family here and there are things we like. So I'm just going to stay inside. I've been crocheting. If you didn't see that on Instagram, I've been working on stockings, which I know it's February now, but I'm not going to make them right at Christmas time. So I work on them throughout the year. We have them for all of our family. However, since we've been working on adopting, I have decided to get a whole bunch done. We have no idea who is maybe joining our family. And then I've got extras for gifts or for whatever else. Either, like I said, gift to people. I might sell them. We'll see. But I'm going to have them. And they're pretty quick for me to do. I can get one done every couple of days. I don't do it constantly. So I got 4 done through January. Are you laughing over there?
My hands are orange.
She's never shredded carrot before, and she's learning some lessons at the moment. Yeah, there's no gloves for that. She wanted a salad with carrot in it, and she knows that I typically shred carrot into it, so she's just learning.
My hand's now stained orange.
Well, that happens. What?
Give it 24 hours.
You know what? There's so much light from that door that your face is completely washed out.
Join the dark side, sister. Technically, it's the light side.
Oh, my children. So, I am really glad if you caught the Costco travel video. I am really glad that we got to do that last weekend because the weather was gorgeous. Both ends of the state. It was almost unseasonably warm out there to the point a light jacket sufficed. The wind got a little cold sometimes, but it worked. And if you did miss that video, quick explanation. We live in essentially a black hole for shopping. We live in the Black Hills. There is nothing for about 5 hours in every direction. Rapid City is it. So if it's not available here, you either drive or you order. And the next options are Denver, Sioux Falls, and Bismarck. Well, Bismarck is not someplace we're going to go either. So we drive either to Sioux Falls, or you may have seen this last fall, Sean and I took a trip to Colorado because we can go to Fort Collins and it's about the same distance as it is to drive to Sioux Falls, and it's Colorado. It's beautiful. Get to see the Rockies. We went and hiked down the Colorado Springs, so it was awesome. Next time we'll actually take the kids with, hopefully.
I've been there already.
Yep. The oldest 2 actually have been through there because when they went to the MOVE conference for
DIY.
Christ in Youth, CIY. I forgot the name for a second. They made a pit stop in Colorado Springs on their way down to Durango, which is where it was last year. So, all of that said, the Costco trip. I had somebody ask this time, and honestly, we've been asked several times across the board since we've moved back. We've been here for almost 2 years, and we have consistently made trips to Costco in various places, as well as ordering. And several people have asked me, is it worth it? Does it save you that much money? Is the cost worth it? You know, that kind of stuff. The short answer is yes. To us, it is. Because, like I said, Rapid's kind of a black hole. So shopping, really limited. There's just not a whole lot for grocery options. What there is what you get. Organic, really hit or miss. Allergy friendly, even more hit or miss. So we make a lot of our own food, which is great, but there's some things you just want. And there's some things you can't order. So if you noticed in the video, I didn't do like a full laid out on the table grocery haul because after loading everything into the coolers, we drove the 5 hours back across the state and we needed to get the cold stuff put away. And it was late. We got home just in time to tuck the little ones in, which was our goal all along. And so I will apologize. I didn't get a full grocery haul video done, but backing up, I am a horrible rabbit trailer today. Anyhow, you notice on the top of the cart that we had several bags of Brazzi Bites. Okay. Now, that said, there is a store locally I can get them at. It is a very small bag that only has a few of them in there, and they're so expensive. So something like that, if we're going to drive across the state, I will get a Costco bag. I got 2 of the original and 2 of the pizza flavored because that's what they had in. It does make sense for us to buy them if we're going to be there already. Something else that I don't think I said in the video, but I have said to friends and whatnot previously when they've asked, is if just Sean and I go, we actually take his work van so that it gets better gas mileage. It's something he's allowed to use for some personal use. So we don't use it for a ton. It's only got 2 seats in it. But we can do that. It gets really good gas mileage. So we only have to fill up 1, maybe 2 times when we take a trip like that. And so we're paying less than $100 for gas. When we go to Sioux Falls, we stay with friends typically. This time we got a hotel room. That was because we were getting in just late enough. We really weren't sure what time we were going to get in. And we knew we had stuff we had to do Friday night when we got there. So we didn't want to be disturbing anybody by getting in too late. And then I always feel really guilty if we don't have time to sit and visit with friends. I don't want them to think we're using them just as a place to stay, which is funny enough because I'm perfectly fine if friends come out here and do that with us, but I feel guilty doing it to others. So that's just a me thing. Anyhow, so normally, honestly, a trip doesn't cost us that much. But when we can get foods that we can't get locally that is safe for our family and everyone enjoys, then we do. We just have to have the time. And since we do a large haul, like this time, now keep in mind, we had a list together for friends and whatnot that wanted stuff from Costco, as well as my dad wanted cheese from Hy-Vee, which is a grocery store out there. That probably totaled about $100 worth of stuff. We spend a little under $600 total. So yes, it costs us more when we go, but that's because we don't go that often. I place an online order about every 2 months for some staples like the chicken stock, the tomato sauce, things like that we go through a lot of. But there's a lot of things you can't order online, so I do that when we go. So there's that explanation. Otherwise, now I'm just going to go back to the fact that it's a cold day, isn't it, Jez?
Absolutely.
I really need to quit recording my kids when they're eating. It's rude, but you know.
There you go, guys.
Charlie, what are you? Oh, you're getting into the mango bread?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what a disaster my house is. Like, seriously. Hey, are you playing in the hallway? I think I should take the cold weather and clean my house. I've been working on it, but obviously not hard enough because it's a disaster. So we switched churches a little over a month ago. And the church that we are attending now actually has a worship team for the youth group. At our last church, Jasmine sang with the worship team every Sunday for the service, which was great. We love a lot of people from that church, but there were some issues that could not be overlooked anymore, and we had to make a move that was best for our family, so we did. And the new church is a really great fit for the entire family. I don't have any safety concerns. They are very allergy aware, which when you have 2 kids with a life-threatening allergy, that is really important. One thing though was Jazz was worried about not getting to sing with the worship team anymore, but this church not only has their worship team during services, but they have a youth group worship team, which is awesome. And they were going to let her start, coming in and watching and stuff, but now it sounds like she's going to go ahead and get to participate. So she's pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I'm singing and playing piano for the band, so.
Jasmine is fully self-taught on the piano. I gave her a little bit of starters when we first got our piano several years ago. However, she was not interested in me teaching her a whole lot because she was very much at the age, Mom cannot teach me anything. Right?
Yeah.
Heaven forbid I actually know what I'm talking about when it comes to keeping time, keeping a beat, playing songs properly and not just however you want to. And it took somebody else working with her, as well as her best friend back on the other end of the state, explaining to her that it's actually important for her to start believing it's important.
I have no doubt there was countless days where Claire was
Cringing.
just like, Jasmine, keep the beat. I think she actually told me that one time. Said it.
I think so too. And I think I may have had a conversation with her at one point, begging her to get it across to you because you refused to listen to me.
I'll always listen to my best friend.
But not her mom.
That's how it goes.
Oh my goodness. I just want to curl up with a blanket, cup of hot cocoa, and a movie.
Let's do it.
However, despite the children cheering for that, you like how much light's actually coming in the windows despite how cruddy the weather is? Anyhow, now that I keep spinning the camera back and forth for you, now that I've said that and they're all excited, we don't turn on the TV when kids are still doing schoolwork. And what?
Nobody's doing schoolwork.
Sometimes there's weather exceptions, but they need to get schoolwork done first, and the little ones are playing just fine. Mike is going down for a nap. The only one who's really antsy is the furry child. Huh.
He's wagging his tail.
Yeah, he really wants me to pay attention to him, and it's because I think he wants lunch, but we have a rule that the dog does not eat before the humans. It's just a rule. Always has been. And he knows it, but it doesn't stop him from begging. Anyhow, I'm going to get stuff done.
Mommy, I see you.
I see you too.